Hello, Fabrizia. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well. Nice to see you again.
It's been a
Right.
while, right? I was checking my dates. I think we did a recording for my podcast. It was almost a year ago.
Yes, I think so.
So
Yeah, that was about talent, wasn't it?
it was about the myth of talent, which might be somehow related to what we are going to talk about today. But first, let's. You're in the UK. You're in England, right?
Yes, I'm in England now.
So
I've been traveling
What
about
do the
this.
Englishmen do when they meet each other? First, they talk about weather.
Yeah, and these days everybody's talking about the weather 'cause it's so hot and
Here
it's
it's
so
hot, and
beautiful. And everybody's saying we're going to have 2 more weeks of this, which is like, eh! 2 more weeks of sun in um, in England is not so common. So.
and the British don't have air conditioners typically. So,
Of course not. No, no way.
well, I'm here in my office in Italy. It's a nice warm day. It's not too hot, and I've got the air conditioner running. So, I hope it will not be too painful for you to sit at the
No.
computer and talk. And I wanted to talk to you. So the reason why we are here today is to talk about a new program that you are launching, or you just launched, but it's not yet active, and it's called it's about superpowers, right?
Yes, yes.
So
It's about finding your superpowers.
before going into it in depth and explaining what it is in practice, I would like to hear a bit of the backstory, because by reading on your page, I got the feeling that is very much intimately tied to your personal story. If
Absolutely.
you think so, you want to explain where do you come from and what got you here?
But where I come from is a long story. But what got me to the superpowers is that in the past few years, and as I built up the coaching and the outside the box program and all that, which is strictly for photographers, I also had to make a lot of personal changes in my life and decisions and just big changes. And I wanted to travel more. I wanted to change the way I worked. There comes a point when you really want to make just go up a level and do things differently. And so I had to learn a bunch of stuff, and I went through different experiences and different things. Some were good, some were bad, some were intense, some were difficult. And at the end of it, I realized that I was bringing more and more of this kind of work into my coaching, my one-to-one coaching with the people that work with me. But these things don't have anything to do with photography. This is not just for photographers. This is not a photography program like Outside the Box. It's just for professional photographers, and that's business and all that. These are things that anybody can use, because it's about personal life and it comes from personal experience, and the things that I realized I learned to do to be able to do what I wanted to do, to move my life in the direction I wanted to move it, and also to work smarter, because I've been on the road now. This year I have slept in my own house for less than 5 weeks, and now it's the 2nd of July. And all the rest of the time I've been traveling all over the world and staying with different people. And yes, some of it is like family here, but you're still not, in your own house, in your own bed. And you don't have your stuff, and you have to carry. It's a bit like, when snails take their house and they go everywhere. So the being able to do that, and to work in quite extreme conditions as well sometimes, most of the times, are we going to have Wi-Fi? Are we not going to have Wi-Fi? Here it's all easy, but in Mexico it wasn't so easy, for instance, or in different places. So all these things I realized there were a lot of small and big things that I learned and that I was sharing with some clients. And I wanted to make a program where it was available to everybody, because it really is about tapping into your own power and working smarter and doing things differently, and understanding also, just even understanding what you want. This is a big one. There's some big things and some mind shifts For instance, a lot of the people that I work with, and I think 99% of the people that I talk to, have too much to do, too little time. They feel overwhelmed, for instance, and this. And I do a lot of work on this in my personal coaching. So I wanted to put this kind of stuff in there as well. So there's.
And why superpowers? What are those superpowers?
Superpowers because all through last year and then this year, as I was traveling, people would say, "How do you do it? How do you do it?" It looks like you almost got superpowers. And I love superheroes, and I'm a Marvel girl, and so I think that it's a bit like the talent myth. We think we are limited. But we really limit ourselves in so many ways, and we have these big powers inside us that are untapped. And I think if we find a way to reach them and use them, we find that we can do so much more than what we think we can. And that's why I call it superpowers, because it is about finding your own superpowers. We think superpowers are just flying about and doing things, Spider-Man things, but it's not that. It's really being able to do whatever it is you want in the way that you want.
And I know it's not only for photographers, but just to speaking from the photographer's perspective, I thought it would have been easy. You just go on YouTube, watch some videos, you learn to operate your camera, then you take photos, you go on social media, you become popular, and then you make money. So you're telling me there is more than that?
As a photographer or as
in general, I'm just making the example of a photographer, but the same thing could be said, I don't know, for a musician or a painter or any kind of artistic endeavor.
Well, of course, it's not that easy. I wanted to do this. I called it a journey. It's a 21-day journey. It's not a course that you buy and you go and there's a series of videos on YouTube. It's actually a work done in a community. It's a group, and I'm there, and it's a live thing. Because unless you have feedback and you have the energy of people doing things with you, it becomes really difficult to make changes in your life. I had strong motivations, and also I'm very stubborn, and also I like to study, and I also like to do these things and share them with others. So that is my purpose, my calling. Call it what you want. But most people, you don't just, we all get information, all this stuff is, I read books, I learned it from other I have 2 coaches that I work with. So there's things that I got from others. I'm not inventing anything new. I adapted it to my own situation, and everybody can adapt. Of course, we all have different talents, different powers, and so we're all adapting things to ourselves and to our situation. Not everything will be done by everybody, and there is so much in it that it would be impossible for a person to do all of it. But being live and being with a constant interaction, both with me and with the other people doing the same journey, makes it very, very powerful in itself, because the energy that's created in there is going to be, I see it already in people that are following the videos and are texting me. And the group will start on Thursday. I'll probably put it together on Thursday. And then the journey starts on Saturday, the 7th of July. And then now I'm doing a series of live videos to talk about it and explain what it is and give a taste of what it is, because it's quite different from anything else that I have seen around before in the way that it's done. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's not something that's gonna, people have come to me saying, "Oh, July is such a busy, wedding season. It's such a busy time," or "I'm on holiday," or "I have family home from school, so I don't have that much time." It's not something that will take a lot of time to do, but it's something that, so it's easy to follow, but then it's something that you can put into practice in your own time.
Good. And it's a journey, as you said, and a journey has different stages. And I was reading on the page that you put up for this program, the various maybe stages or topics that you are going to cover, to address. in this program. Can you maybe give us a little...
I have a piece of paper here because I don't know everything by heart. But for instance, we have 6 modules. The way the journey is going to be is that every 3 days I will do a live video that will probably last about an hour. I don't know, depending how many people are there and how many questions we have and what the interaction is like. But of course, it's recorded in the group. And so there are 6 modules as we in these 21 days. One on the first day, and then every 3 days there'll be a live. And in the days in between, people will go off and do it and have time to come back and I don't know, post a picture or a video or share or ask or whatever is their feedback on it. And so we'll be kind of feeding each other with the energy that everybody will bring into the group. So the 6 modules are about, we start off with Body Booster. It's our personal physical energy, because if your body doesn't work well, it's really hard for your mind to work well. So there is obviously starting from the basics and then going up. So there'll be things in there about that. Then we talk about mind mastery. It's about really downloading ideas and finding purposes and just finding where you want to go and realizing what you really want, which is not easy. Sometimes we don't really know what we want, so there'll be a lot of things to, really think about our life. And then just, finding the things that really make our heart sing. That is what we want to do. Because, I don't want to do something that doesn't make me extremely excited for the rest of my life. And some people are stuck in things that they're not happy with. So how to get unstuck. Then there's one on warp speed wealth, which is obviously about money and finances and the way we think about money. And sometimes we are our own worst enemies about money. But it's not just about money, because wealth is about everything. It's about, the abundance in your life. So it could be love, it could be whatever it is that we want more of and how to get there. There is a section that I love about time travel, which is about managing time. You cannot manage time, you can only manage work. But there are smart ways to manage work and work less and work smarter, plan better, and all of that stuff, which is, a lot of that I do a lot with my clients because it's about work. But it's not just for businesses, because even somebody at home needs to manage what they need to do. So that will be really, really practical and really, really, and it involves, again, a mind shift in what we think. Things, we think things will take so much time. Sometimes they really don't. And prioritizing, that is the hardest thing. What is really important and what is not. And cutting out some things that are not important and how to do that. One session is on flying free, and it's about letting go of stuff. It's also about sometimes relationships. It's also sometimes about just getting yourself free from certain things that can tie you down. And that's a really, really big, powerful one. And then on the last day, we're going to talk about amazing adventures, because after this journey, the thing to do is just to go out and create opportunities and start new things, launch into different things. People will have amazing new ideas about what they want to do. And I'm just really excited to see what that, the end of that will be really interesting to see with everyone. So I'm so stoked.
Yeah, that sounds really amazing. Speaking as somebody who has tried to buy too much educational material online or offline and try to participate in so many programs, I know firsthand how difficult it is for just to stay in focus. And once you've decided, okay, I want to follow this program, this course and so on, how difficult it is not to just let it drop off the radar, so to speak. So do you have any thought of this problem? Of course you have, and how do you think that people will stay involved, will keep focused on this program?
Okay, two things about this. One is that it's not something that, every day you have a session or things are really long and you have to follow things, and it's really time consuming. So you have a session every 3 days, and that's really all you need to listen. If you can be there live, it's fine. If you will listen to it later, that's also fine. And then you have all the people in the group will be doing stuff in the group. So the motivation to take part would also be, you get a lot of encouragement by seeing how everybody else is applying these things, and you get ideas also by seeing how everybody else is applying these things in their life. I will encourage people to say post something and then go and support 3 other posts, not just post your stuff and go away, but be there as supporting others. Our life and our power is also grounded in relationships, and we are not lone wolves that can go off and do our own thing by ourselves. So the actual interaction in the group is really important to the whole program. But more than that, I think I only want people in there who are serious about up-leveling, if you want to call it, or making changes in their lives. If anybody's just there to be curious about it and I wonder what that is, then it's that's not sort of people that should be there. And one of the reasons I charge $100 for it, it's £100, is because if you spend a little bit, it's not a lot, but it's enough to make sure that you get something out of it. Because if it's for free, you're gonna follow it, not follow it. It doesn't really, motivate you to be there. If you pay for it, you're going to show up a bit. I also have a guarantee. So if you don't like the first session, you get your money back and you're out of the group. And I'm going to spend the first session telling people to leave, because I only want people who really want to make changes in their lives. And I know that a lot of people are unhappy about the way, or not unhappy necessarily about the way you are right now, but there's more. You can do more. There's a way to get rid of some of these problems that you have, or get rid of the situation that you're in, or just make different choices. And some people feel stuck. Some people are stuck by financial issues. Some people are stuck by personal issues. There's a lot of things that tie people down, and I really want to show people that it's really not that difficult to be free and fly away.
So can you maybe please very succinctly give us the main benefit or benefits that people can get from attending this program?
The main benefits are in all of these different areas of our lives. They get the chance to see at multiple practical things that they can introduce into their lives. Some of them are mindset shifts. So there's going to be ways where I will show you a different way to look at something. And once you see it differently, you can never go back to seeing it in the same way. And I think that is one of the main things that I'm kind of famous for working with my clients. It's all about mind shifts. And some are very practical things, just taking care of your body, or taking care of something, or how to organize your time, how to prioritize things. I gamify things a lot because I get bored, so most of it is quite fun stuff to do. We're going to play it a bit as a game. I have a game board planner system that now most of my clients are using, and it's a lot of fun. It's much more fun than just having a diary and writing things down and not quite knowing how to manage your time and how to allocate things. So things like that I do, I will show up. They're all in the program. So they're all things that people can take away and keep using forever. All of these things, there's a lot of habits. And so that in 21 days, there are some things that you can make into a habit that maybe you haven't done before. and we're doing it together. So there's these 21 days are like power packed with energy from other people doing stuff with you. You're not alone doing this lonesome journey somewhere trying to change your life. And I think that's one of the biggest values of it. Otherwise, I would just do an online course that you sell, and that's not me.
I like the idea that it's somebody to keep you accountable.
Yes,
right.
There is accountability. Yes, of course.
Okay, so I don't want to waste too much of your time because I know you're busy. You told me you have an appointment coming up. So
yes. I just want to say that because I value this doing things together a lot. There's something I'm going to put up on the website today, actually, and in the video. I'm going to do another live video later on today, but the cost of this is £101. But if you sign up with a friend and you put the number of the friend, you put each other's numbers in the notes, then it's £79. So you bring your friends in, and everybody wins in a way. And then if somebody's not happy at the end of the first session, they can say they want to leave and they get a refund. So this is a no-brainer because I know it's going to be exciting and good.
Looks like I'll have to sign up myself and maybe find a friend.
Yes, do. I'd love to have you there. Absolutely.
So before wrapping this up, where do people go? Where do people sign up for this?
They sign up on my website, fabriziacosta.com. There is /superpowers, but there's in the menu, they will see superpowers. There's a page. It's all explained there. There's also the live videos that I've done if they want to listen to more about it. There's an epic video where I fall up the stairs, which is quite fun to watch. Anyway, I do things now. I'm actually on a very safe thing so I don't fall off the chair.
You do videos while walking up the stairs?
I had to get a piece of paper. I just epically... It was fun. It was all right. Anyway, so the videos are all loaded there as I make them this week. There'll be another couple going up. And then we start on Saturday. So I hope it will be a big group and it will be a really, really fun journey. And again, there's no risk involved. So I urge everybody to just jump on board and do this with us. July is the month to change everything around.
July sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm looking forward to that. Anything else you would like to add?
I don't think so. I had a few notes which I did not read here.
I think we gave a good overview of
everything. If you're my friend, you'll be getting a message through Messenger today. I'm sending it out to everybody. And if you're a professional photographer, there's Outside the Box Evolution. It's a group on Facebook, and you could join us there. And but just get your superpowers first.
Okay, very good. It was a pleasure talking to you. We need to do this more often than once a year.
Yes.
Because I think we have many ideas to share. We're thinking
Absolutely.
alike on so many things that I really love talking to you.
I love talking to you.
All right.
I love talking to you, girl.
All right. That's all for now. And we'll see each other inside Superpowers, I guess. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.